On this overlanding exploration trip, I'm gonna finally go to Usal Beach. It's in Northern California. It's a place where you can have excellent views of the ocean, and I think you can also park on a beach or camp on a beach. But I guess we'll see. So I'm planning to most likely camp at Usal Beach tonight, and then tomorrow start climbing up the Lost Coast Trail and see what happens. It's Thursday today. I have to be home by Sunday, so I have 3.5 days of exploration. I don't have any place planned for camping other than the first night in Usal Beach. So we'll play it by ear and we'll take it from there. All right, so I just got on dirt, maybe half a mile ago. I just aired down and I'm now starting to inch up toward Usal Beach. So far it seems like an easy trail, a bit rutted, you have to go a little slow, but it's not challenging from an overlanding or off-roading perspective. The only drawback is that it's all foggy outside. So it's about 12 p.m. now, and I was hoping that by now the fog will burn out, but still foggy. So we'll continue. According to the map, I think it'll take me maybe half an hour, maybe an hour to get to Usal Beach. And even though it's very early in the day, I'm a little tired. I left home at about 6:30 and got to dirt at about now, let's say 11:30. So I wouldn't mind just sitting on a beach, relaxing and having some fun. I'm still making my way on the trail toward Usal Beach. It's a very slow trail, slow from a perspective of very bumpy, not difficult at all. I did engage four-wheel drive at some points just to avoid a little bit of slipping, but two-wheel drive can easily make it so far. So I'm now, I think if I'm looking at the map, I'm maybe less than a fifth of the way to Usal Beach, and I'm driving for about 15 minutes. So I'm assuming it'll take probably about an hour to get there. And I'm sure I'll stop along the way to take some photos, to film a little bit, but so far so good. The interesting part is that it's a very different scenery than Mendocino or even the Sierra Mountains. The vegetation is very dense. It's a coastal area, right? So the vegetation is very dense, and of course redwood trees all over the place. So far I didn't see any trails that go left and right, so it's just the main trail. But we'll see how it goes. Man, this trail is bumpy. Yeah, not difficult, but my average speed is about probably 6-7 miles an hour because it's very bumpy. I did air down to about 28 psi, but keep in mind this is a heavy vehicle. It's like 9,000, 10,000 pound vehicle, so 28 psi is good. But I'm going very slow. Right now I'm at 5 miles an hour, and the trail is, a little rutted, a little bumpy, but nice. I can tell that this trail is fairly busy because the vegetations on the side are very dusty. That means that a lot of vehicles are passing through here. My suspicion is that it's mostly on the weekends. I didn't see anyone yet, but the day is still young. Things starting to become a little interesting. So it is foggy, but check out this view. So the ocean is right down there. I cannot see it. I know it's there, but I cannot see it. So I'm guessing that from now it's starting, the trail starting to descend toward the beach. I'm really hoping that the fog will burn out, but from this altitude it's nice. All right, I'm continuing to make my way down the mountain. You can see the ocean. Well, you can imagine the ocean. You can see the fog. But so far so good. So I just engaged 4 low just so I can slow down on the downhill. I don't want to burn my brakes, but it's doing a good job. You may be able to hear the engine screaming because, you know, the engine is blocking, but it's pretty steep and again still bumpy and slow. I'm going now maybe 10 miles an hour. Man, the scenery is very surreal because again it's foggy and I can see mountain tops kind of peeking out of the fog, and it's almost like some kind of an enchanted forest that I'm soon gonna be diving under the fog. Interesting, but I still hope the fog will burn out so I can see the ocean and the view. So I see a lot of potential camping spots on the left and right of the trail. There's this little bridge we're gonna pass now. Let's see, water? And no water really. I just hope this bridge is strong enough to hold the van. I'm sure it is. But I think that right now I'm at the level of the ocean. So I probably will get to the beach fairly soon. Oh, I think I had to make a left turn here. I'll go and turn around over there, make a U-turn and make a left turn. That will take me to the Usal beach, I think camping spot. But I guess we'll find out in a minute. All right, I should see the beach or the ocean any minute now, any second now. I do see a few folks here that are camping, and there are tons of places to camp. I can pretty much go anywhere on my left side here and find a spot. But I want to try to get to the beach, to the actual sand, I think. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people here. So apparently you can park and camp on a beach. But it's a little bit of a bum that it's foggy and you can't see the ocean and the view. And on top of that, I just crashed my drone and broke one of the wings or one of the arms. So no drone for the rest of the trip, which is crappy because it's supposed to be beautiful views, but I'll make it work. On the beach now. I don't think I'm gonna go too deep because I don't want to get stuck, but it looks nice here. Should I go further? I don't know. I don't know if I want to get stuck here. I'll just make a turn here. Yeah, even though there are people here, but still I rather not get stuck and ask for somebody to help pull me out. Even though, you know, 4-wheel drive lockers, I can easily manage myself here. I got to Usal beach. I played around on the sand a little bit. It's so much fun with the van, with the 4-wheel drive and lockers front and rear. It's like nothing. It's like driving on regular trail. I'm gonna walk a little bit on the beach, see what's going on. But I have to say, as of right this second, I'm not as impressed as everybody else makes this spot to be. It's fun, it's by the ocean, tons of places to camp, play around. Maybe because it's foggy and I cannot get the full impression of the See, it's all fog and I cannot get the full impression of the ocean. But it's now, what time it is? 1:30 in the afternoon. Oh, and I'm thinking of staying here because I'm lazy today. I'm gonna cook something good, I'm gonna enjoy myself, watch a few movies, and maybe even go to sleep a little earlier and wake up early tomorrow, continue the trail. But so far, that's fine. All right, I see the ocean. Can you see behind me? I don't know if you can see. See the van somewhere over there. And near the ocean you can see it. But further away it's all foggy. But I think the sun is coming up and the fog is gonna evaporate and maybe I'll have a nicer view. I can probably come and camp right here, but I don't know, tide and everything else, I don't know what I don't want to wake up in 6 feet of ocean. Check this out. I got these lights from a company called, I don't even know how to pronounce it, I think it's called Oxido. And so these are lights to replace the OEM lights. And they are, so far, they are so bright. Now this is obviously daylight so you can't see. But even today on the trail, on the way here, you know, I was under the canopy, under the trees, and I turned on the lights and it makes a difference. Again, it's still daylight, but you can see how bright it is. So I'm looking forward to drive it at night and really see how it is. All right, so now is the part where I give back. I do something for all of you so you don't have to do it. I don't want to do it, but I'm doing it just for you. So right now, we're going to have an experiment, a scientific experiment. We're going to see if at sea level, right by the ocean, foggy ocean, because you know fog kind of changes the air mixture and molecules. So we will see how beer tastes, but there's a little twist, different than all the other times. This time I'm going to eat and drink beer at the same time and see if beer still tastes good at sea level, foggy day, Usal Beach, while eating. So let's do it. All right, pay attention. Food, some kind of noodles and chicken. Beer. Let's try beer first. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Now, let's try the opposite. Let's try food first. Are you watching? Check it out. Yeah, beer tastes perfect at Usal Beach. So you know, as I was eating and drinking, I was thinking to myself, well, Lee, what's the difference between you and the dozens of other overlanding and off-roading and camping YouTubers? Well, I'll tell you. Well, the difference is that I give and give and give. And just to show you how much I give, you know, I made the experiments of eating and drinking, but just to make it fully scientific with a control action, I'll have another beer without food just for you, and I'll let you know exactly how it tastes after food and the first beer. Huh, interesting. Tastes like a good beer. All right, so this is the end of day 1 out of 4 for an overlanding trip in the lost coast of Northern California. Right now I'm in Usal Beach. I'm gonna camp the night here and spend the next few hours maybe strolling a little bit, hiking a little bit, maybe watching a couple of movies. Then tomorrow continue to head north. I don't know what I will see, when I will see it, or where I will stay, but I'm sure it's going to be a great trip.